Have you ever been left scratching your head wondering what's real and what's fabricated? GameMasters here, and in a recent Goldman Sachs Communicopia Technology presentation, Chris Cox, CEO of Hasbro, talked a bit about Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and artificial intelligence. And I'm not going to speak today as to whether AI is okay to use or if it should be abolished. Instead, what I am about to present is meant to be more tongue-in-cheek. It's a humorous take on a serious subject. How does the saying go? Many a truth is said in jest. That said, let me put on my best reporter voice. In an unprecedented move, Hasbro's fearless leader, Chris Cox, has boldly declared that the future of their beloved fantasy brands and the air conditioner just kicked on. Give us one moment. In an unprecedented move, Hasbro's fearless leader, Chris Cox, has boldly declared that the future of their beloved fantasy brands like Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering lies in the cold, unfeeling hands of artificial intelligence. And who can argue with that? After all, if there's one thing these deeply imaginative, creatively fueled games have been missing, it's the sterile precision of machine, right? Inside of development, we've already been using AI, Cox reveals, confirming what fans of D&D have long suspected, that the only way to make dragon slaying and spellcasting better is to add a healthy dose of Skynet. But why stop there? Why not let the algorithms run entire campaigns, shuffle the decks, and heck, even roll the dice for us? According to Cox, his tabletop group of 30 to 40 people is already steeped in AI. There's not a single person who doesn't use AI somehow for either campaign development, character development, or story ideas, he explains. Of course, who needs to sit down with pen, paper, and a wealth of imagination when you can have your character's tragic backstory generated by a neural network trained on decades of internet fandom? Campaign development? That is a thing of the past. Why waste hours crafting an intricate world when you can prompt ChatGPT to whip up a setting where goblins, wizards, and sentient kitchen appliances coexist in peace? For character creation, there's now an AI app that will determine your stats, alignment, and tragic parental backstory faster than you can say, chaotic neutral. But Cox isn't stopping there. No. The future of emergent storytelling lies in the silicon circuits of AI, apparently. The themes around using AI to enable user-generated content, streamline new player introduction, and foster emergent storytelling. It's going to change the way we play D&D and Magic the Gathering, he confidently predicts. Let's be honest, we can only imagine how well AI will capture the nuanced narrative experience of D&D. Want a brooding anti-hero with a dark past? Sure, but the AI might decide they're also a stand-up comedian who moonlights as a part-time bard with a tragic weakness for stale bread. AI storytelling has all the subtlety of a fireball spell in a crowded tavern. And for Magic the Gathering, AI can help streamline the deck building process too. Who needs strategy, skill, or deep game knowledge when you can have an algorithm spit out a deck that's 50% lands and 50% cards that you've never heard of? Let's hope at least it knows to avoid those cards that your friend won't stop complaining about from Urza's Legacy. Soon, Dungeon Masters will no longer be necessary. Your new robotic overlord will handle everything. Maps, voices, NPCs, dice rolls, and maybe even that one player's constant need to seduce every tavern maid. Instead of arguing with Bob about the rules, you'll be debugging a pesky line of code because the AI insists that your half-elf ranger is now a sentient surfboard. In the end, what's better than the warm camaraderie of a shared storytelling experience with friends? Why, the cold efficiency of AI, of course. Who needs messy, unpredictable human creativity when you can have perfectly optimized algorithms taking over your beloved hobby? Speaking of optimized algorithms, if you're enjoying this video, please give the video itself a thumbs up, and that actually causes the almighty YouTube algorithm to smile kindly on my videos and share them out with others. So, dear players, grab your dice and enjoy this final chapter in tabletop role-playing before the AI revolution takes full control. Soon, all your games will be served up with precision, pre-planned twists, and non-stop perfectly calculated randomness. Don't be surprised when the AI throws a Tarrasque and an ancient red dragon and an incarnation of Vecna at your level 1 party just for giggles. Because if there's one thing artificial intelligence is great at, it's reading the room. Welcome to the future, where even your critical failures will be planned down to the last digital detail. And remember, in the coming AI-powered world of tabletop gaming, resistance is futile. Unless you roll a natural 20, of course. All kidding aside, can you imagine plugging in your entire library of Magic the Gathering cards? And you know, some of you guys out there have got a count in the hundreds of thousands. But then asking the AI to build an unbeatable deck with what you have? I gotta admit, I'd be a touch curious to see what the AI could come up with. Likewise, using AI responsibly with role-playing, I can kind of see the appeal, but at the end of the day, do you think that the powers that be will use it in a responsible manner? But moreover, who decides what responsible use of AI is? That is the question of the hour. I want to thank everyone for watching today's video. While it was a bit cheeky, I wanted to chat about it for a moment. I also want to thank all of my YouTube and Patreon supporters, as their contributions have made it so that I didn't need to take on a sponsored ad for today's video. And come on, we all skip those anyway, don't we? If you'd like to check out how to become a YouTube or Patreon member, I'll leave a link here under me and down in the description. I got the idea for today's video from a post in my Discord, and if you'd like to help shape the future of this channel, feel free to jump in and just chat in there. Sometimes we're quiet, but sometimes if you just blink, 3 days worth of conversation happens in the span of about 5 minutes. It's lively and it's fun, and the link is down in the description too. Artificial intelligence is not going away. That much is fact. There is a vocal lot that is very much against it, in terms of both AI generative art, but also in terms of any form of creation. And there are those that embrace it. I'm not going to ask you to spill which camp you fall into, and again, I'm not endorsing either side, but I did want to bring to you what we can expect the future to hold in relation to Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering. If you do have something to chat about regarding AI, let's keep it civil, but feel free to say your piece down in the comments. Until next our paths cross, may you have a nice day.